This episode is brought to you by Feels. Become a member today by going to feels.com/CAGcast and get 50% off your first order with free shipping.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CAGcast episode number 646. I'm your host, GPD, here in Long Island, New York. And as always, we're joined by a man who also had a fantastic last quarter, Wombat.
Yeah, the best in American history. Stabber.
I don't know if you knew what I was referring to there. I was referring to the
I follow
video game
these.
companies having the good quarter.
Oh, I was talking about like the rest of the country that had the worst ever.
Oh, no, that's, yeah. Hey, it works multiple ways, really. But the video game companies are doing very well. EA had a record, quarter, and I'm sure Activision's not doing too bad either. So welcome to the show, everybody. Shipwreck, how you doing?
I'm doing okay. I haven't quite done all the math on how my last quarter was, but I'm all right currently.
Right. We all have jobs still.
Yes, knock on everything. Although my company won some awards today, so that was exciting.
What kind of awards?
GLAD awards.
Like the trash bag?
Yes, they won trash bag awards.
For being two ply? Is that what the award was?
3.
But people want to know what your shirt says, Wombat.
Well, I'll show you. This is the very rare. You can see it's a Rockstar Game shirt. This is the Baseball Fury shirt that they mailed to the press. Oh, I have to stand up.
Wait, what was it? Shipwreck? What did he say?
It's the shirt from the Warriors.
It's from the Warriors game.
Gang. It was called the Furies.
Yeah, the baseball, the gang that dresses up like baseball players. It's from when the Rockstar released that game and they mailed T-shirts to people.
Wait, this is from the Warriors game?
Yes, it's how old the shirt is.
Do you ever retire these shirts?
Well, this shirt is cool. It has the whole thing on the side. I like this one a lot.
Okay.
So this one doesn't get retired because it's
cool.
I actually rarely wear it because I like how it looks. This is more like a collector's item.
Right.
It's special for the show.
I appreciate it. It's killing valuable time.
My goodness. No,
I mean, hey.
Is that your favorite gang from the Warriors?
I do like the Baseball Furies.
Okay.
I don't know. I watched the Warriors once and I wasn't impressed. Maybe I was not in the right mood or something, but
maybe it's not it's okay.
I feel like it's a poor man's Clockwork Orange.
No, it's the baseball players look like the Clockwork Orange guys, though.
Right. That's what I mean, though. You got gangs, and it's a movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a movie with potential. Was it Walter Hill, I think, directed that?
Yeah, whatever. Maybe I'll watch it.
48 hours after.
Maybe Ty will like it.
I think it's no.
Yeah.
No. We're trying to debate, speaking of Ty, we're trying to debate if we should watch Terminator 2, if and when. I mean, we're going to watch it, but...
He saw Terminator 1, right?
But Terminator 2 is more intense by a lot.
It's more intense, but it's not necessarily any more sweary or naked.
Here's the difference. Terminator 1 is.
Here's the difference, in my opinion, and I haven't seen it for a long time, but in my memory, you see a lot of people die very violent deaths, not just random people, but characters you get attached to, that
I will tell you
that you feel sorry for.
I was 1 year older than Ty, right? Because that movie came out in 92.
Yes.
When I saw that movie in a dollar theater.
Okay, and you were 13.
Yeah.
And they let you in?
It was weirdly, oddly enough, a rainy day camp trip. They took us.
Wow.
They took us to see. In hindsight, this is a terrible idea, but it was the best movie I had seen maybe ever prior to that. So
yeah, I mean that would be pretty exciting. I mean, I know that Ty's can. I think Ty just needs a little more time.
A little more seasoning.
Yeah, he gets very upset at everything. So I just remember the guy putting the his metal spike hand through the milk carton while the mom is drinking.
On the phone.
And I'm like, he's not going to want to see somebody's mom get impaled through the milk carton.
That's true. That's true.
What's going on? Is this a professional operation or what?
I don't know. That was my daughter asking me if I wanted popcorn.
Well, yes. Where's the popcorn? Did you take any?
No.
Oh, what is it? Just plain popcorn, or
I don't know.
Right.
Don't have kids.
she probably didn't wash her hands. Probably infested popcorn.
Maybe try a different Arnold movie with Ty.
A different Arnold movie?
Yeah.
Like what?
Kindergarten Cop.
Running Man?
I don't. True Lies, maybe.
True Lies.
No,
Twins.
too many boobies in that.
There's no boobies in True Lies.
There's a lot of sex talk and
there is a lot of sex talk.
Booby action. Oh, there's a fly in here. God damn.
Last Action Hero it is then.
I don't want to watch that.
No, you don't. I tried to rewatch that movie recently when it was on TV. I did not make it very far. I'm like, maybe it holds up. Maybe it's better than I remember. No, it's pretty bad. It's a bad movie.
Commando, maybe. We watched the trailer for Commando.
Commando is the first R-rated movie I ever saw.
Wow. We're learning a lot about your movie experiences.
Right. Yes.
Was it at camp?
It was not. It was at a sleepover.
That was at a temple, actually.
It was at a sleepover, and
kindergarten at temple.
I was the only kid at the sleepover that had never seen Commando.
Uh-huh.
And
so they
obviously
tied you to a stake.
And they're like, "Hey, we're gonna watch Commando," and I'm like, "I don't know what that is," because I was young. This is like 1987-ish, maybe.
Right.
And I'm 10, and they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna watch Commando. It's awesome," and it did
Wow.
freak me out a little bit. But then again, I was 10, 11. So.
And the other one was the first one you saw in the theater?
Yeah,
Terminator?
that was the first R-rated
Terminator
movie
2?
I saw in the theater.
That's funny. Mine was it was also an Arnold movie. It was Total Recall.
That's the only thing that was out in theaters around that time.
Yeah, and I remember I was like, "This is pretty." It was pretty fucking exciting actually to go see that in the theater. I mean, that's a good first R movie. I mean, there's a
Arnold
lot.
has a pretty good R-rated movie run there. He's got like Commando, Predator, Total Recall.
But Total Recall was like they put a lot of money into that. That's when
Terminator
they knew
2.
like you make
I
a
guess
movie with Arnold, you're gonna make money. So just put all the money into it.
Yeah. Well, Total Recall. Yeah, it's part of the Verhoeven. Right? That's Verhoeven too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Part of the Verhoeven trilogy with RoboCop
Well,
and Showgirls.
right, but those movies are not related as far as I know, other than they have the same director.
They have the same director. It's his,
so I don't know if that's a trilogy that makes it a trilogy.
That and Starship Troopers. Actually, it's Starship Troopers, Total Recall.
That definitely doesn't make it a
RoboCop.
trilogy then. He's named 4 things.
Total Recall,
Wait, Paul,
Starship Troopers,
is
and
Total Recall-
RoboCop are thematically very similar movies.
What happened to Showgirls? Showgirls was here a couple minutes ago. What
I know. Showgirls is not thematically similar, unfortunately.
They're good movies though.
Mhm.
Yeah, those are all fine movies.
Yeah.
We forgot to talk about something last week, and you guys don't even know this because you don't listen to the show. But so I actually recorded something after and stuck it on after the show, after like, the next day. We forgot to talk about Long Island Retro, and I want to make sure we talk about it before I forget again because it's next Saturday. So not this Saturday, but next the 8th, I believe. And we're doing a live 15-year CAGcast special, which features a video that's made by Shanafan to commemorate our 15 years of CAGcast that none of us have seen and that we will watch live for people to watch our reaction to.
Okay. I'm down for that.
Shanafan said to me, he said, if Wombat doesn't cry during this, then he's not a man or something like that. I forgot what he said, but
I'm sure I won't.
that's what I said. I remember what I said to Shanafan when he told me that. But he definitely made it seem like it's an emotional type video. So actually later in this show, we're going to test my technical capabilities to see if I can stream a video while we all watch it, and then and that you guys can see it too. You guys meaning Shipwreck and Wombat and the audience,
but not the people watching on Twitch.
Everybody. Well, yeah,
everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody. Wow.
Everybody dance now.
No, I'm talking about the test now. I'm talking about doing
everybody test now.
The technical challenge was to be able to show a video that the audience can watch, but also that Shipwreck and Wombat can also see.
Even Freedom Williams?
He's I don't know if he's available. Anyway, we're gonna test that later when we talk about something. I have a video prepared. Exciting.
Everybody test now.
Yeah, and shout out to my buddy Craig Skitsmas, who I bothered. You know, he's got a new podcast. He's got a new podcast. He realized that his last name is hard to say, so he's got a new podcast, and it's called Craig Skits, because you can't like remember that. I think I'm hoping to make sure I got that right. Anyway, I bothered him on the phone today because I couldn't figure out how to show the video, and he gave me a great solution. So you should definitely listen to his podcast, his new podcast, because he helped me, and he's a nice guy. And I think I might be on it in the near future. All great reasons. The first episode has the Angry Video Game Nerd on it. You know the Angry Video Game Nerd?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, he's pretty popular still.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of the few guys, actually, that was popular at the dawn of YouTube before YouTube was monetized, and is still like incredibly popular.
The bad thing about him is all the copycats that were not
him
angry in a nice spirited way, the same way that he was.
Mm-hmm.
Right. He was clever angry, and then there's other guys who thought the joke was, hey, let's just be angry. That's the joke. And
that's I like the Angry Video Game Nerd. Angry Video Game Nerds is not so much in my wheelhouse.
Right. You like the proper noun.
Right.
Angry Video Game Nerd. Got it. Well, he's the first guest on Craig's new podcast, so you should check that out.
Good.
I listened to most of it. There you go. It was good. And I got name dropped, so that made it really good. We talked about that. Oh, so the point is, buy your tickets to Long Island Retro's Uplink, which is next Saturday. You go to liretro.com to buy tickets. It's like $10, and you get access to like 50 live panels. They have a lot of guests this year, a lot more than previous years. It's a really big lineup. I'm sure if you know who we are, you're going to know who most of the people are. So go to liretro.com and watch us next week. It's going to be fun. Saturday night. I mean, don't you want to spend Saturday night with us?
Yeah. Yes.
Our wives don't. So it works out well for everybody.
My wife's going to the cabin.
Nice.
Wow. So just you?
It'll just be me.
You're gonna meet up the next day, though.
Yeah. Well, actually, as soon as we get done recording, I'm
get the
here.
fuck out of there.
He has a Jetsons car now?
You can hear Shipwreck peel out right after the show if you stick around. If you go to liretro.com. All right. So there's no show feedback, Wombat? That's what you're trying to tell me?
I have it right here, you pain in my ass.
Oh, okay.
There was only 3 comments, so I'm not cutting and pasting 3 things.
Right.
At Daniel Nielsen has to say, the coming console generation is in a super weird place. Nintendo is doing their own thing and has been for years now. Sony is the only one competing in a hardware race. Microsoft doesn't care if you buy their hardware as long as you're in their ecosystem. The showcase was for Game Pass, not Series X. When people ask what console to buy, I honestly can't recommend either. Sony and Microsoft have shown nothing from their new systems. While Sony did show off Ratchet and Clank, every other game seemed to be hampered by the former generation of consoles. Halo maybe could have been different if Microsoft completely removed the restriction of it also having to run on the Xbox One and made it purely a Series X game. I guess we'll start seeing bigger leaps in a few years when they completely drop the old systems.
Is that it?
That's it.
Page 2.
I read the whole thing because that's it.
Fine. No. I actually agree. I agree with most of what he said. Actually,
I don't.
You don't? Which part don't you agree with?
The concept that Sony is the only one competing in a hardware race. I don't think that, as far as anything I've seen, I don't see how the specs between the PS5 and the Xbox.
That's not what he means. That's not what he means. He means that Microsoft doesn't really care if you buy their new Xbox or their old, to stay with the old Xbox and keep subscribing to Game Pass.
Of course they care. That's stupid.
Well, they care, but they don't care if you buy it right now. I mean, as long as you're in the eco... Do they? I don't know.
Yeah.
They're not making money on those
Is
things.
Xbox going to sell out of their consoles this holiday season?
I would think so.
Sure.
So, yes, they care.
But they're going to sell out, I think.
Or maybe they're just realistic and they know they're going to sell out and they don't want to leave behind the people that can't get one.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think there's going to be like shortages. I just think that the supply will be. You'll be able to get one if you want one. You'll just have to maybe work a little bit and pay attention and follow at Video Game Deals, most likely. But I think that Microsoft does look at it like that's just, hey, as long as you subscribe, and they're
I
probably
think
going
they
to
look at
build.
it the other way around. I think that if they have you locked into their ecosystem, you're more likely to buy the next Xbox than you are to buy the next PlayStation.
Yeah, but I think it's look at like an iPhone. I
That's
don't,
exactly how I was.
but
looking
I don't
at it.
have.
I hate iPhones. I
Sure.
hate owning one. I hate using
Well, 'cause
them.
you feel
It's
locked
the
in.
worst piece of hardware on the market today, and yet I'm stuck to it because I have trapped in this ecosystem of shitty
No.
phones.
Shivrak needs to talk.
I just don't know what he thinks is so bad about iPhones compared to other phones.
I miss
they're pretty
headphone
similar.
jacks.
You miss
Get an old iPhone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think
But those aren't water resistant.
get a case.
I miss I don't like the proprietary jacks. There's a lot about iPhones that's sort of
here's the
annoying.
point, though.
What are you plugging it into? There's nothing like I haven't plugged my iPhone into anything. I plug it into my car because I you have to there. They don't have AirPlay wireless in my car.
No, your car is crappy then.
Mine
Get a new
doesn't.
car when they have AirPlay wireless in it.
Right.
I
don't have that either.
I know. Some cars have it, I've heard.
Meanwhile, my phone now likes to, if I keep it plugged in while I'm driving, maybe just only in the summer, I don't know, but it likes to overheat now when I'm driving. So I'll be driving somewhere. Went to the city like a week ago, and the maps just stopped working because the phone is overheated. It just says like your phone is overheated. Please don't use the phone. And I'm like, I don't know where I am. I just pulled over. But Wombat, the point is, Apple does not care necessarily if you buy the new phone when it comes out, and in that
Yes,
month.
they do.
Eventually, you can get the new phone.
They know that not everybody's going to buy the phone, but they know.
But they know that eventually you're going to get another Apple
exactly,
phone.
and Microsoft feels
exactly,
the same way.
and
Xbox is trying to
Microsoft.
do
That's
as
exactly
well.
what I just said.
Right. But they don't care if you
Screw
do it right away or in 6 months or a year, as long as
But
you're paying.
but they also know that if you're in there and that's what you're going to do, you're not
Yes.
buying the PlayStation, and that's more important than buying the Xbox Series X this November.
We agree with
more,
you.
It's more important to Microsoft.
I don't know what we're arguing about.
I
I
think we
don't
agree.
know.
I think
we all
agree.
agree on the same thing, and I'm going to keep yelling, and I'm going to keep pointing because that's what I do.
Right. I think we agree. Actually, we just
Yeah.
mostly agree,
Mhm.
and it's a good strategy, and Game Pass is a good service, so everybody seems to win. And I think the rumor is that they're going to phase out Xbox Live Gold and just have Ultimate, which includes, maybe they'll make the multiplayer free, basic multiplayer free, and then have an Ultimate that includes Game Pass, just like now. Because as Thorban pointed out, there haven't been any sales on Xbox Live in a while. What do you think of that, Chip?
Sure. They're gonna find something that makes sense for people to subscribe to.
Yeah,
that's
that's the business model that you want.
Right, that's the business model.
That's it.
I
mean, even Apple with the iPhone wants to do that with the Apple Arcade.
They do it all kinds of ways.
Yeah,
they've got me for all kinds of subscriptions on
Yep.
Apple.
The mail.
I give them at least $5 a month in extra cloud space.
Yeah, you get the storage. I've got iTunes Match. I've got Apple Music.
Right.
Stupid Apple.
OnlyFans subscriptions. All right, let's move on to Watch This, Bitches, where the big news last week, or this week, I think it was last, like on Friday, G4 is hinting that
Does time matter anymore?
G4?
No, time.
Does time matter? No, it doesn't matter. I just, I think I was in the city, so I remember reading about it while I was waiting for Mrs. GB to get her secret documents from work. By the way, it is very freaky to go in Manhattan right now and just like on a Friday afternoon where it used to be very crowded, like places like Rockefeller Center where you can't even see the sidewalk normally because there's so many people. And you go now and you could be the only person on a block. Like, you could just be like, Nothing's open, so there's not much to do. Just walk around, but it's pretty freaky. Anyway, so G4 is coming back in some shape or form. I'm guessing it's going to be like this network Venn. Did you hear about that, Wombat?
The hell is a network Venn?
No, a network.
It's just
Venn. Venn is the name of the network. Like a Venn diagram, but I don't know what that. Anyway,
but
what they've done is they basically collected a bunch of Twitch streamers and they have a studio, and they bring them in and they produce big shows for them. But I guess, yeah, and so it's basically like a Twitch channel, but they have a studio that they can broadcast out of, like a professional studio. That's my understanding of it.
Is it going to be on like cable?
No, and I think that's what G4 is going to be as well. It's just going to be like they're going to have a studio somewhere in LA. They're going to make deals with Twitch streamers, have them come in, do a show there, and try to get sponsorships, sell sponsorships. I think. That's my guess.
It'd be interesting if they could get it on TV and streaming simultaneously.
I don't think that
they're live shows that way.
But I know that Venn is not doing that.
Yeah, I mean G4. Like Attack of the Show was a live show, right? That was live. That was the live one, right?
I think so.
On in the afternoons. It would be interesting if they could get that back on TV and on streaming at the same time.
Right.
So everyone could see it. Sort of if I was running the channel, that's what I would be going for.
Did you guys ever watch G4? Did you have any favorite shows?
I liked Attack of the Show, and I liked X-Play.
I liked
Monster.
Yeah. What was the one? What did you say, Chip?
Cops.
I don't think that was a G4 original. I'm not sure.
Wasn't?
Not so sure.
Yeah, there was the Leo Laporte show, right?
That was early.
That was an early one, though.
That was Tech TV.
Yeah.
I watched X-Play. I remember watching X-Play was great because that's where you saw the trailers and you saw gameplay, and there weren't that many places to see it.
Remember when you couldn't see game trailers and gameplay in that many places? It was that, and it was gametrailers.com. Remember that site?
Wasn't
it was so popular.
What was the Canadian X-Play show?
Electric Playground.
Electric Playground, yes.
With Vic
Damone.
No, you jerk.
Tommy Tallarico, wasn't it?
Yep. And Vic.
Yep. That was on G4 as well, right? I'm not making that up. Weren't they? Didn't they play that
a lot
as well?
Yeah, Victor Lucas.
Thank you.
Don't thank me. Thank Darkness09 in the chat.
Thank you, Darkness. Yeah, sorry about that. I mean, I know him and I see him at E3 every year, and we say hi to each other. I just brain farted.
And they're all here right now.
Wait, what?
No? I thought they were all on the show.
Actually, this is the launch for G4. This is G4. Hey, maybe we could have a show. But they have to have a studio in my house. So that's, I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with Venn first, because that's launching pretty soon. And I know they have my favorite streamer, Sushi Dragon, to do a show.
Oh, good.
So we'll see how that goes. He was sponsored by Charmin last week, toilet paper, and they put him. I guess like how Twitch sponsorships work is the sponsor will pay Twitch to put you on the front page of Twitch, which will get you 10 times the amount of viewers you usually have, at least, like minimum 10,000 viewers at a time. So if we get a Wombat, we can get a sponsor to sponsor the CAGcast. They pay the big monies, get us on the front page. Yada, yada, yada. Free toilet paper.
I don't get it.
Oh. Anyway, it was cool. Charmin.
Cool.
Call us Charmin. They're septic safe. I looked. All right. What are you watching, bitches?
This weekend in Movies with Our Children, I watched Three Amigos.
Right.
It was Elliot's first time seeing that movie.
Oh, that's so funny because we talked about. I showed Ty the trailer the other day and said, "Hey, you want to check this out?" And so, what did Elliot think? I'm curious. I bet you it's a little slow. I don't know.
No, you know what? He liked it a lot. He thought it was really funny.
Okay.
He knew Chevy Chase from Community.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Because he watched Community with us when we binged that. And it took him a second. I'm like, that's the old guy from Community.
I was going to say, how quickly did he pick that up?
He didn't. He had to be told.
Okay.
And he he actually isn't that big a Chevy Chase fan, but he really like right away honed in on Martin Short.
Okay.
Like it's a very he plays that movie as if he's in a movie for 9-year-olds.
Well,
So-
that's how Martin Short moves, basically.
Yeah,
I feel
it's
Right.
like it's like he just he knew what to do in that movie in a way that you could watch the movie and see everything else that's going on, but a 9-year-old is going to just watch Martin Short the whole time.
That's funny. That's good.
Yeah.
So he liked it, and
Yeah.
all right, we'll have to watch that, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Has
Yes.
he seen the Ed Grimley show?
Not yet. He's very interested. You know what we're gonna watch next? He doesn't know this yet, but Inner Space is on HBO Max.
That's a good one.
Okay.
I
That's a
wanna
quality
watch Inner
movie.
Space. It is a
That was
quality
well
movie.
reviewed when it came out, I remember.
I love that movie. Joe Dante. That's his follow up to Gremlins.
Nice.
Mhm.
It's the third movie in the Gremlins trilogy. Or was it the
It
second?
kind of, you know what? It does fall into that whole. It's got little miniature people running around, especially at the end.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Is that it for Watch This, bitches?
Mm-hmm.
We haven't been watching anything here because we've been playing Ghost of Tsushima. Tsushima? I'm very self-conscious to like
Not
overpronounce
insult
it.
your wife when you say the name of the game.
Her name isn't Tsushima. So
No, but that's what someone's gonna do when
but-
she hits them with her car.
it happened already, actually. And that's why she's a lawyer. That's exactly what happened. I don't know if she wants me telling the story, so I
It's
won't.
okay.
But the end of the punchline of the story is
Mm-hmm.
that's why she became a lawyer.
Because of the ghost of suing Shima.
I mean, yeah, I wonder if I can get permission for next. I mean, it's not like it is an interesting story, actually. I'll
Mhm.
ask for next week. Maybe.
Okay.
Where are we here?
Uh,
GPD's wide world of sports like stuff. Today's the first night of basketball. People seem to still be watching us though, so that's good.
mhm.
And I wanted to, I wanted to mention that we're running a bunch of NBA 2K21 contests on @VideoGameDeals between now and when the game comes out. So keep an eye out for that. There's one right now. You can win a $60 Best Buy gift card. Basketball, yes,
I'll take a look.
right. I wind up not going with that tip-off copy, Shipwreck. I had to
Okay.
ask Shipwreck. I have to write copy for these Best Buy promotions, and then they approve it. I write it, I send it to them, and then they either thumbs up or thumbs down or whatever. And I wanted to incorporate some basketball jargon, but I don't really know any, so I ran it by Shipwreck. I said like the NBA. What did I say? Like the NBA season's about to tip off or something.
Yeah, that's what you wrote.
Oh,
it made
nice.
sense. It made
Yeah.
sense.
I changed it though
Oh.
because you
Not
run
the
out.
the most exciting tip off since my bris.
The problem with Twitter is that you have no real room to be creative or make jokes. You have like 280 characters to get all this information in, and it comes down to like using and symbols and apostrophes and shit like
Just the tip with NBA 2K21.
that. Yeah. Anyway, check us out on Video Game Deals and get that money. There's some read this bitches. I see.
Yeah, I've been reading some more comics.
Nice.
So there's a Transformers Terminator comic that's out right now.
Okay.
A mashup. So the premise is that the Transformers came to Earth just like they do in
Yes.
real life in 1984. They land on Earth, and then in this comic book, basically the Decepticons are just like ruling crap all over Earth.
Okay.
And so the humans start trying to make countermeasures, and that's where Skynet is born from.
Nice.
So it does a pretty good job of coming up with an alternate universe of Transformers and Terminator, and I don't know, weaving those together. It's got Sarah Connor in it. It's got the T-800. It's got Optimus Prime. It's got Megatron.
Sounds all right.
Yeah. All the familiar, there's a lot more familiar faces in Transformers than there are in the Terminator. I don't know
Of
if you know
course.
about that.
Of course.
Yeah, it's the comic book you want to read if you want to see like Sarah Connor fight Ravage.
I do want to see that.
Yeah.
I want to see that in an animated cartoon. I don't want to read that.
Right, that sounds like it would be an okay. Like the premise, like is not
Netflix.
bad. There's a lot worse premises on some of these mashups. But so that's when I've also been reading Transformers 84, Secrets and Lies. It's another comic. I have them both here. I can hold them up.
You should,
Yeah, hold
come
it up.
on.
Here's
Yeah.
Secrets and Lies, 1984. So
Oh, it's not a comic from 1984.
No, but it's based in that, and it's kind of drawn. If you look at it, it's kind of drawn like the old comics, but like more colorful.
Right.
So it's pretty good. It's based on Cybertron currently. So
I love Cybertron.
they're up there doing their Cybertron stuff before stuff goes down.
I really wish I liked the Transformers as much as you guys.
I like it. Here's
I know.
the,
I'm not saying you shouldn't like it. I'm
there's
just
Naked
saying,
Arnold
That's
on the
pretty
cover
cool.
of
That's
a
cool.
good cover.
That's a cool cover. I like that.
I don't have much to do with Transformers these days. I got to admit, I'm not consuming really any Transformers content. Or I will admit to trying to buy that Soundwave toy that Walmart has because Thorban told me about it.
Yeah.
And it was sold. He told me about it. I clicked the link immediately, and it was sold out. So I will not be getting that. But I have the original Soundwave right here. So
I've got
fuck
one
that new
back,
Soundwave.
back there.
No, right. Mine's closer. It's too dark. I'm gonna hurt myself.
Right.
So, and also, since we're doing read this, I'll throw this in here because I read this week. Marvel Unlimited finally added the full Atlantis Attacks crossover, the original one from 1988, to its lineup, and I read that this week because why not? That was the first big crossover I ever read, and it makes zero sense, but it's got a lot of weird characters in it. So I don't know, give it a shot.
I remember reading a lot of comics when I was younger that I read them several times and they made no sense to me. And I felt like I think because they would hide the story in other comics. So if you didn't read all of them, you wouldn't know what was going on. And there was no way to
That's
there
what's
was no website
amazing
to go
about
to.
yeah, that's what's amazing about Marvel Unlimited. Where I was reading the final issue and they were like, as seen in Punisher Atlantis Attacks number 32.
And you can click on it.
And then I could just click and I could read that next and I could see Moon Knight stabbing the Punisher. It's cool.
Right. Oh, wait, Shipwreck, we have an important question, which is going to pop up on the screen. Mega Man 1421 wants to know how you feel about Beast Wars.
I'm not a Beast Wars guy.
No, fuck Beast Wars. I don't like that.
There's other than like cameos where they bring in the Beast Wars characters to certain things. The animation was that early CGI, which was terrible.
God, yeah. It was like puke. It looked like puke.
The toys themselves were not all that attractive to look at.
The only thing it had going for it was that they had things that could combine to make one big thing.
In Beast Wars?
Didn't Beast Wars have oh no, that's not Predaking. Is that different? Predaking's different.
No, Predaking's is straight up Transformers.
Right. That's just that's when they got the idea for Beast Wars.
Beast Wars
just make a whole fucking thing of animals.
Optimus Primal, I believe was his name in that.
Yeah, he's a gorilla with a penis.
Gorilla. The cheetah, is that Cheetor? What's the cheetah's name? The cheetah was the only good character.
Why was he good?
I like cheetahs.
Oh.
That's pretty much the reason.
Was there a wolf?
Probably.
What was his name?
I'm trying to think of what his name would be. It's not coming to me at the moment.
Oh.
Who is it?
Which
Wolftron?
Oh shit! I talked over it. All right. Should we do new releases? Let's do new releases.
Sure.
Ship.
I'm playing a couple.
Me. I was sorry. I was still trying to think of.
I know Ship's playing
Beast
at least
Wars
one.
names.
Oh wait, let's do before we do new releases. Let's tease new releases and let's do a quick word from our sponsor, Feels. Do you experience stress or have anxiety or chronic pain or have trouble sleeping at least once a week? You're not alone. Many people do. What is Feels? Feels is premium CBD delivered directly to your doorstep. Feels says it naturally helps to reduce stress, anxiety, pain, and sleeplessness. Feels is easy to take. I don't have any Feels right now because I finished it all, but I convinced them to send me more, so that's good. But I can show you my experience with it is you just put it underneath. I can pretend with these earbuds. These earbuds are like Feels. You put a medicine dropper underneath your tongue like that right before you go to bed. That's when I would do it. And you put it under your tongue and that's it. It tastes, if you know what weed tastes like, it tastes like weed. So Shipwreck, you don't know, but That's what it tastes like. And that's it. It's very easy. And if you're new to CBD, Feels offers a free CBD hotline and text message support to help guide your personal experience. Feels works naturally to help you feel better. There's no high, hangover, or addiction. So join the Feels community to get Feels delivered directly to your door every month. You'll save money on every order, and you can pause or cancel anytime. Become a member today by going to feels.com/CAGcast, and you'll get 50% off your first order with free shipping. That's feals.com/CAGcast to become a member and get 50% automatically taken off your first order with free shipping. Thank you, Feels. I'm sorry that I can't demonstrate it live because you don't say you drank it all. I used it all.
Took it.
I took it all, but it's very easy. And you will see next week because I will probably, well, not next week, but who knows when you'll see it. Anyway, thank you, Feels. Let's do the new releases.
Okay. I've got one that I've been playing.
I have two.
Okay. You win then, I guess. I've been playing this one, Skater XL.
Oh, look at you with the box art.
It's right here. It's right.
He's embracing video right now.
I know.
Yeah, so Skater XL, that was like an early access game, I think, on PC.
Yes.
Maybe.
Yep.
It's been out for a little while, but it came to consoles now. $40. I think it was on sale at Amazon. I think I got it for like 32 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
There are things about this game I enjoy. The controls are pretty good. It's you control 1 foot with each thumbstick to do the tricks.
Okay.
So you just kind of flick them around to jump, and then in the different directions to do the different flip tricks and everything. And then you use the triggers to steer right or left or to rotate while you're in the air, and then the shoulder buttons are your grab tricks and everything like that. So it has all the tricks, all the skating tricks. And the environment, particularly, well, one environment in particular is really interesting because it's the downtown LA environment. And I posted a picture of this on Twitter, but they went and got the branding for the Regal theater that was right next to where we stay for E3, where we've seen all of our 4DX movies at.
It's just a movie theater. It's not like some historic landmark, even though it has
no,
a name.
It's
just a
modern movie theater.
Right.
But they modeled it and branded it in the game. It sits like it's downtown LA, so they've condensed it. Like every time one of these video games makes, like, it's not quite where everything is at, but
sure,
it's got like the Hotel Figueroa, and that car wash that's there too, which was an inspiration for the original Tony Hawk car wash as well. It's got the Staples Center, the branded Staples Center. It has the LA Convention Center, but only the back side of it.
Too many windows on the front?
Well, like the street is all like, this is funny because it's like LA too. Like whenever we're there, the street's like blocked off, so you can't get in between there to get to the front side of it. But you could, I mean, it brought back memories of E3. I could skate up right to where we go in the backside there to get our press passes.
That's funny. Was the gameplay like Skate, like the Skate series? The controls?
It's been a while since I've played the Skate games, but it plays similar to that from what I remember.
Like, I mean, you're jumping with the right stick, I'm assuming? Like
no, it's you jump with either stick. Like it just depends on what kind of jump you're doing, whether you're doing a nollie or an ollie.
Oh, okay.
And in which direction you flick with them. And if you do both sticks at one time, that does like a higher jump. So it controls well. It's fun to skate around. The graphics are definitely not polished.
Okay.
And the objectives are very light. Like, this is meant to be, or at least what is there in the game is just like a chill, just kind of skate around and see what you can do. There's challenges, but it's literally just going to a menu and you picking a challenge that's like, go ollie over this table, and then it just lines you up with the table. Like, you click it and it lines you up with the table, and you go ollie over the table. And it gets more complicated than obviously, but it's definitely not like a Tony Hawk game where you're skating around and finding objectives and things to collect. It's It's very minimalistic in that fashion.
It's like a sandbox for you just to like skate around in.
Yeah, but it's like the controls and everything are good. It's enjoyable. It's just like you can't help but wonder, like, okay, but where's the game at?
Interesting. All right. I
Yeah.
asked for a review copy because they sent me an email saying I could ask for one, so I did. But we'll see.
Good. I hope you get it. I think you'll enjoy
Sure.
at least skating around the downtown LA level.
Right. All right.
What have you been playing, Wombat?
I played. Thank you for asking. I was kind enough to receive a code for Other Side, which is
Other
a
Side.
turn-based strategy game. It's
Oh, I
has a-
watched the video of this actually.
Yeah, it has a very interesting look. It's all black and white and red, and it uses the timeline function similar to the John Wick game. If you played that game,
Okay.
it's a little janky at times. And because the color palette is just the 3 colors, sometimes I have trouble seeing what's going on, even in a turn-based grid. So it takes a little getting used to. I died during the tutorial, just to put it simply. It may be just a steeper learning curve than I'm used to in a turn-based game, but it's definitely challenging. Honestly, at $34, it does seem a lot for this kind of game. But yeah, I mean, I'll give it another shot. But
It's XCOM with more style, right? Like that's
Huh?
it seems like XCOM, but with more style to it. Like
yeah, I mean, it's that kind of game. It's a
Right.
turn-based strategy game, but XCOM is so fluid and so streamlined and so easy to pick up and play. And this is a little more push X to do this, or you could push Y, and when you push Y, you'll get into this, or you can select. And I'm like, okay, there's only 3 colors going on. I don't know who's the bad guy and who's the good guy at this point because I
Right.
think someone's standing in front of me, but you kind of mesh into each other because of the colors. So,
All right.
yeah. I wanted to like it more because I watched the video of it before I asked for the code. I didn't just blindly ask.
Yeah.
And I like a good turn-based strategy game. And it just, I was surprisingly disappointed, which I know is sort of a bummer.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, who knows? Maybe it's just me. I'll give it another shot. I could come back next week and say something different, but I have a feeling that's doubtful.
Okay.
But
What game? What's
yeah.
that called again?
Other Side.
Right. Got it.
With a C instead of
CIDE.
an S.
Yes.
Yeah.
The other game I've been playing that they sent me a code for, which was very nice of them, was Destroy All Humans.
Okay.
The
I
remaster.
played the original version of that recently.
I know. That's one of the reasons why I thought it'd be fun to bring up. And I have never played Destroy All Humans before in my life.
Oh, okay. That's weird.
Yeah, I never played it. So it's all new to me. That's the reason why I asked.
Okay.
See, I knew you'd be surprised.
Yeah,
That's why-
I would have thought that this would have definitely been something that you would have played 15 years ago. Or
Yeah, because it's fun.
Yeah,
you know.
It's a good game. It was
It's a
cool.
good
That's
open world
this is a
game.
fun, good game. You're an alien. I like the telekinesis. I like shooting police officers way out into the middle of nowhere, just right into the horizon. It's kind of funny.
What was your take coming into that tutorial for the first time?
I'm trying to. Oh wait, when you
Just go murder like a bunch of cows.
You murder. Yeah, I was gonna say you murder some cows and you murder a farmer. There's a lot of random murder in this game, so it is what it is.
A lot of bad Jack Nicholson.
Yes,
acting.
the bad Jack Nicholson voice on the alien. What I thought is what is also kind of weird is the boss alien is the same voice actor as Invader Zim.
Mhm.
And he's doing the same voice as Invader Zim.
Yep.
And it's just kind of weird.
It's a good alien voice.
It's a good alien voice, isn't it? It's the same guy from Skylanders, also, right? The bad guy from Skylanders. I think it's the same actor.
Yes. Chaos.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But anyway, Destroy All Humans. If you played it and want to play it again, it does look fantastic.
The thing is, like, I played on Xbox One. I played the Xbox version of it. It's backwards compatible.
Yeah.
and it looks pretty good, even that version.
Hmm.
Like you could definitely tell it's dated, but it looks pretty good on an Xbox One.
But I was gonna say, but if you've never played it, now's your chance to play it all shiny and new. Like me, I started it today. I played for a couple of hours. I really enjoyed what I was doing. I did, I think, the first 3 missions, and then I did a little open world stuff just to see what that was like. So it's fun.
All right. I finished that game, I'm sure. It was really good
Yeah.
when it came
Yeah.
out, not this one.
Yeah.
What else?
Did you also get Tied the Tasmanian Tiger?
I
HD?
did not.
Okay. Just checking.
Mhm.
I can't remember if that game, I definitely played it. I can't remember if that was a okay platformer or not. I think it was at least an okay platformer because they made like 5 or 6 of these games, I think.
Right.
But I it's I don't know. They're gonna put everything out again, right?
Yes.
For the most part.
Everything. Why not?
I'm
Pistol
playing
Whip.
it-
Pistol Whip is out this week for PSVR. That looked really cool. I might
I'm
have to check
playing
that out.
another game that came out this week, and it's not on here.
What is it?
Nowhere Profit.
Never heard of it.
Nowhere Profit is on Game Pass right now. You should play it, GP, because you're gonna love it.
Oh, really?
It's did you like Slay the Spire?
I did.
Then you're gonna like Nowhere Profit.
All right, I'm looking at it right now.
It's a card battle game,
Mm-hmm.
but again, it's a card battle game that has no DLC or extra packs to buy. It's just here's the game, so go
Oh,
for
it's
it.
cool.
And
hear.
yeah, and they add a little bit of a survival aspect to it where you need to be aware of how much food you have and how many batteries you have as you move through the desert.
Mm-hmm.
And it has your branching trails and you choose which one you want to go to, and it has the random encounters along the way, like, oh, you see a troll, do you talk to it or do you leave him alone? That kind of like in Slay the Spire.
Sure.
Very similar kind of thing. And then you get in and then it's it's your card battler, and there's some unique stuff going on in it with obstacles and things, but generally speaking, you've played this game before, so to speak. But I also know that you're gonna like it. They do a very good job at it.
All right. Is this on Game Pass?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Big fan. All right. What else? Anything?
I think that's it for me.
That's pretty much it. There was a Samurai Showdown collection that came out.
We're only talking about one samurai game right now.
What's that? Samurai Showdown 3?
No, Ghost of Tsushima.
You're the only
Tsushima.
one on the show who has it, so
Yeah, why is that?
because.
Because I got Paper Mario at the same time.
And I got Nowhere Profit.
Well, Chipwreck. I mean, I just
I'm
say
gonna-
like
I'm
the
gonna
game is
get
for
it.
you. It's like they made this game for you, basically.
I know.
And it's not like they don't even. The cool thing is they don't throw all the side quests at you, like right away. They seem to sprinkle them really nicely, like, and they wind up being in your path often. So it's like not like a waste of time. I guess we should. I don't know. I'll talk about Ghost of Tsushima right now. Then we don't have to talk about it later. I'll say because we've been playing a lot and we're still enjoying it a lot. A few things that really stand out that I think will add to both of your enjoyments of the game if you play it. The loading times are like non-existent. So even if you're dying a lot and you're getting frustrated, like you're in a boss battle or something, there's no loading really. It's like people compare this game to Red Dead Redemption 2 a lot. And do you remember the loading?
That's not selling me on that.
You
No.
unsold me very quickly.
No. I'm saying in that they're old, in that they're big open world games and they have really pretty environments. But Red Dead Redemption, if you remember, everything you did was like loading up the ass, right? Like every fast travel was not fast. Like Ghost Tsushima, like it's like literally like 4 seconds loading. I don't know. You got to get it, Chip. We can talk about our swords.
I'm sure I will.
We can compare our
I'm working
swords.
through Paper Mario.
There's no swords in that.
Paper Mario?
Negative swords.
No, I fought one of the bosses. The early bosses that I fought is a box of colored pencils.
Right.
Tell me
That's not a
about
sword.
it.
That's not a sword.
Well, they were sharp. They had points on the end of them.
All right.
I'm going to talk about Paper Mario now. You went out of order and talked about Ghost of
Fine.
Tsushima.
If you can.
Sure.
Talk
Paper
about
Mario.
that again. What
it's
else do you
good.
have to say about that?
I played a lot more of it since last time, so I am quite enjoying it. There's a lot of hidden stuff in that game to go. They've hidden toads, rolled up toads in wads of paper or rolls or folded up into little squares.
Easy in the chat wants you to describe the battle system coherently.
You can't describe the battle system in Paper Mario the
Why?
Origami King.
Why
Core.
not?
It's basically the same timing based stuff as in the past, but it is on this weird ring system where you move around all the enemies prior to each turn and try to line them up to best organize them before you launch your attacks. That's the premise of it.
Okay. That was pretty well done.
Yeah, it's easy enough to understand. I'm finding that I'm liking looking for all the hidden stuff. It's a very slow-paced, easygoing game, but it's well written and cute. So
All right.
probably a lot like Ghost of Tsushima.
Sushimi?
Mhm.
Ghost of Sashimi would be the correct pronunciation.
Thank you.
All right, so let's get back on track here. Let's go to everybody's favorite part of the show, the news. Oh wait, what happened? It used to say something else here. It's not
it
Fortnite whatever?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't change it.
I must have used an old template because
Wombat's Fortnightly News.
right.
Yeah.
That's where we are.
Yeah, I know. You
So
were going to do something fun and exciting.
oh yeah, this is a good chance for us to test out our new technologies.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
So we're going to talk about Avengers War Table because there was an event this week called Avengers War Table. I'm sorry, we're going to talk about the Avengers game.
I saw a lot of tweets from Wombat about it.
Yep.
Were there?
There was rapid succession tweets.
2.
No, there were maybe twice that many.
Oh,
Okay,
there's 2.
so okay.
Don't make me look at your Twitter feed. I don't
I'll
want to do
look
that.
now. Wait, I'll look. I'll see. If I'm wrong, I'll admit it. Pretty sure there was 2, but it's okay.
Okay, so I need the people watching this live broadcast to tell me if they can see the video, everything looks okay. I don't think there's audio in this. I don't know. We may need to do some other tests later. And you guys need to make sure that you can see the video too. You guys meaning Chip and Wombat.
Technically, there were 2 Avengers tweets,
Okay,
and there was 1
doing it while you
Fortnite
talk.
tweet that references
I'm
Avengers.
doing this while you talk. In theory.
So.
Okay, ready? Oh, it didn't play. There it goes. See, it's Avengers. Now, you should be able to hear it. Can you guys hear it?
Where am I supposed to be watching this?
Yeah,
It's in Zoom. Should be in, oh, no, I didn't do it yet. Hold on. Hold on, wait.
Oh my goodness.
No, I got it. You don't have to wait. You don't have to wait. Watch. I got this.
Oh,
Hold
you're
on.
so bad at
No,
this.
it's happening. It's working fine. Now
It's
you
not
guys
working.
can see. Now you guys can see.
I don't know what I'm seeing. What?
Look in your Zoom window.
Oh my goodness, it's the Avengers.
Right. Look at
Says
that.
Aven-
I think the
Oh,
system
look.
works. How's it working,
Oh,
chat?
look at that. I'm looking at the Avengers.
Right. You can see it. And can you hear it or no?
The beta
know
Can the
what?
chat
the
hear it? I
entire
think the chat
Golden
will.
Gate
Yeah, I
Bridge
can
demo,
And hear it.
dropping
Can't
players
hear
into the
anything,
middle
but I
of the
can see
chain
it.
of events that
You
led
can
to
hear
the
it?
I
D-Day disaster.
got Iron Man, and is that
This
the
is
Thors?
25 minutes of
Iron
gameplay
Thors.
and a great introduction to
All
how
right, that's
each
enough
hero
of that. Hold
plays.
on, we don't need to see. Okay, so but Wombat, could you hear that
Yes.
video?
No.
Oh, you couldn't?
No, that's what I was trying to tell you. We could not hear.
Okay, I think I could fix that, but I can do it on my. I can do that on my own time. I think there's a button to here. Wait, I'll do
To fix it.
it.
Fix button.
Wait, is it still sharing? Oh, it's still sharing.
it's still
Hold on.
sharing.
All right, wait. There's a way.
Yeah,
Gosh,
I'm
this
still
is like
seeing
every
it.
day at work.
I know, right?
Oh,
Turn
my
on.
see
I got
this?
it. Share computer sound. Watch.
Are you
Watch.
seeing my screen?
Shut up and watch this.
And how combat and
Oh, wait,
traversal
hold on.
work.
Oh, I can hear it now.
Oh, I
Yes.
can learn how about combat
We
and
built the
traversing
Golden
works.
Gate Bridge sequence to be
Look at
this
this, guys.
roller
This is
coaster
like
Oh,
a
it's the
amazing
Golden Gate
experience
Bridges.
with huge set pieces, tons of combat and traversal, and a
More combat and
Taskmaster
traversal.
boss battle. It's also a chance to try
All
out
right.
many of each
System
of the
works.
heroes'
That's
special
System
combos.
works.
Taskmaster.
The
Heroes.
best part of this is that they won't even hear this on the audio podcast because I haven't figured out how to record that yet.
Oh, that is the best part about this.
But I'm gonna stop sharing my screen so you
Okay.
can see that. It's very complicated. This stuff, it's complicated if I'm gonna call up Craig and bother him to ask him how to do this. Anyway, I consider
it
that a
seems as
successful
though
test.
we're frozen now on the Twitch. As people complaining about. Is that true?
No,
I don't know. I can't see
should be
anything.
it should be
Oh,
fine
it's
now.
working now. Never
It's fine.
mind.
Don't worry, I got this. Anyway,
Oh my goodness, fine.
we're talking about so let's talk about Avengers because we watched the event. I thought the game looked good.
Well, what they did in this event that they hadn't done in the past was not in the past they've been focusing on trying to make this sound maybe a little too much like Destiny meets the Avengers. And
Okay,
that kind of and that sort of turned me off on this game a whole lot because I don't want that.
Right.
I just want a game I could sit down and play the Avengers,
Right.
which I think is something that most people want. They really focused on the single player aspect on this one, and that everything can be done alone, even the stuff that requires 4 players. You could play alone with 3 AI companions, and that made me significantly more interested in this game.
Can you pause it?
I'm gonna assume you can if you're playing with 3 AI people. You could also play it like me and you could play with 2 AI people. It's not beholden to 4 people, which I actually think is kind of it's an interesting way to do it. It's a smart way to do it because again, I'm sure I know there's you took the Venn diagram of people that like video games and people that like Marvel.
Mhm.
I'm sure there's a nice intersection there, but I'm not sure what that same Venn diagram is of people who like to play online multiplayer games and people that like Marvel. I don't know if it's the same. Might be more like
Who knows?
Abyss than
Shipwreck knows. He's got a spreadsheet somewhere.
It seems like a fine idea. That the pictures I saw some of the event. Thor's costume might still be awful.
It doesn't matter. They want you to buy a new one.
because they want you to buy new ones.
It doesn't look like it fits him though. Like I don't even care that like
He's put on weight.
the likenesses aren't right.
There's a pandemic on.
It looks like he needs
the
to put on
gyms are
more
closed.
weight though. It looks like he ordered
I
a
wouldn't
couple
be
sizes too
surprised
big on his armor.
if Fat Thor shows up in this game. I wouldn't be
He would
surprised.
Fat Thor would fit into that suit that they've given him.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I probably won't play much as Thor anyway. So
who you got?
probably some Iron Man.
Mm.
Iron Man, Captain America. Did you see the gameplay footage that they showed of Black Widow, who they've basically turned into Spider-Man for this game? Where she swings around on a rope to get places.
I did not see
Was
that.
she wearing? Yeah, Ty mentioned that. He's like, "There's Spider-Man's in this game. He's wearing a blue outfit."
Like, no, that's Black Widow or Ms. Marvel, who both they kind of because Spider-Man's not there. They're trying to Spider-Man them up.
Yep.
And Darkness also brings up, which I think is interesting, the AI characters in the game use your setups and your builds. So if you have specific gear for Ms. Marvel, but you don't want to play as Ms. Marvel, you could have her in your crew and she'll have all the buffs that go with it. So, yeah.
I want to play as Miss Marvel though.
Well, then you play as Ms. Marvel. What do you want from me? I'm not the boss of you.
I don't know.
Okay.
She's one of the ones that I don't have to associate with a MCU.
No, I know, and I kind of like that they brought up comic book stuff more than movie stuff in this.
Yeah, get rid of the movie stuff.
Yeah,
You
I
didn't
don't
get the
want them to-
likenesses. Lean into the comics.
I agree wholeheartedly, 100%. So yeah, exactly. They need to lean more into the comic book stuff. I liked what they showed with the Hawkeye reveal, and that they were basing it off of the comic books and not the movies. Like they were very clear about that too. Like Hawkeye's going to be in the game, and his backstory is based on the Matt Fraction series of comic books, which is probably one of the best series of comics I've ever read in my life. And then they showed that screenshot of that in that like sort of casual costume, which I thought was kind of cool. Although I want classic Hawkeye costume in this game, or forget it. So
I think you're gonna get
forget it. You're only gonna still buy it.
I mean, it's not crazy for me to be excited for an Avengers
looks
game.
No, it's
good.
not.
It looks
I just,
good.
Yeah.
No, that's
The-
fine. I want you to be excited for
The
it.
problem is
Your
that I
vague
can't
threat
believe
of a boycott
it,
there is.
I can't believe it took them a year. It took them a year and 3 presentations for them to show what I think I'm going to speak for all Marvel fans now, for them to show what
Please
Marvel
do.
fans wanted in an Avengers game. Like they didn't get it until this week. That
They
we
were
don't
making a
want.
game. It takes some time to make a game.
I
They had to-
understand
They had to
that.
figure it out.
It's you know what? I don't blame that on the people making the game. I blame it on the people presenting,
I
the
think,
ideas for this game.
I think they also had to show this way before
they were ready to.
Yeah, because they needed to tie it to the movie popularity. And
Which-
those Avengers movies were ending. Like that was the end, right when they were like, we better announce this game is coming.
Well, it was in the title of the last movie. This is the end. Here's a
Right.
game.
Here's a game coming.
And game.
Right.
That's what happened.
Mhm.
I
There you
remember.
go. Just like they said. So, I don't know. I'll play the beta, which when it comes out in mid-August, it starts on the PlayStation 4 for free without pre-ordering it. So I'll definitely check that out. And I'm gonna get my free Fortnite gear too. So
You were
it's a
excited
six-
about that.
I was super. Oh yeah. I only play Fortnite every day. Why wouldn't I not be excited for Hulk hands for
Right.
free?
I was
That's
glad.
a pretty savvy move on
Yeah.
their part. Like
So-
just to like, hey, let's get all of the people who play Fortnite to try our game. Like if we could even get some of that Fortnite crowd to come over here for a little while.
Exactly. It's this whole idea. It's like they literally showed. I think there was one other war table, and then there was I think the original presentation, and whatever they've been doing in between. And it really took them this long to be like, oh, and the game comes out in a month. Now we're gonna actually show something that's gonna make you excited for this. Which I mean, I'm glad I'm excited for it because I feel like I haven't been excited for something in a while.
Right.
And you know the world's on fire, so it's nice to be excited for something that doesn't involve the world being on fire.
There's a
But
lot of world on fire in that game from the clips I've seen.
that's true, but I can do it alone with AI companions, and that's what's important.
Rather than your family.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
I played a game this week with my family, and it was interesting.
What game?
Portal and Portal 2.
Oh.
We played them both. Elliot played most of Portal 1 by himself, where I just sat there and kind of helped him out when he needed to. I had to do the last boss fight. He couldn't do that fighting Gladys in 5 minutes nonsense because he's 9. But he thoroughly got into Portal, and then we had to play Portal 2 right away. I had to find my disc because I don't own that digitally. So I had to find the disc in a box in the basement.
It was worth it.
It was totally worth it. We played through that every night this week. He'd come home, he'd be like, let's play Portal 2.
Right.
All right, let's play Portal 2. Those games hold up and they still look great.
Well, yeah, I mean, those are Portal 2 is one of the best games ever made. So
Yeah, that is 100% true.
yeah,
It's
should-
longer
should
than
hold
I
up all right.
remembered. I mean, don't get me
That's a
wrong.
long
we fi-
game. That's
yeah.
a substantial game.
It's I mean it's just so good. It really is so good. All the Cave Johnson stuff and yeah, like everything about it is so there's so much depth there.
Dash
got into it.
saw the credits roll on Lego Batman 3. today.
Nice.
How did that go?
He completed Lego Batman 3. He is 3 years old.
Nice.
Yeah, so
Get him a Twitch channel.
he could tell you what you do in every like he's played each level like so many times because he doesn't care. Like this is his first like real video game, right?
Right.
So he's just has memorized where everything is in each level, and he knows like 3 steps ahead of like which character you're going to need to change to.
Is he gonna
like,
make a FAQ?
He could make a FAQ at
could
this
help him.
at this point. Yeah,
Like father, like son. Runs in the
Right.
family. It's in the blood. FAQ making.
I'm hoping we move on from Lego Batman 3 at some point. We're playing a
Lego
lot
Batman
of Lego
4.
Batman 3.
Lego villains.
Maybe. I mean, it's going to be tough because his thing now is like we've been trying to save up money so you can buy those multiplayer bricks, right? Because that's how you unlock everything. It's the logical way to unlock everything.
You got to get the red bricks.
Yeah. You have to buy the red bricks to get you
Yeah.
the multipliers.
Mm-hmm.
We keep getting up to like just under $1 million, which is like how much you need to buy the first one.
Mm-hmm.
And then I leave the room, come back, and he's just unlocked like all the characters that we had like just sitting there. And so like all our money's just gone and we're back to normal. But he gets to play as, I don't know, who did he
Blue
unlock
Beetle?
today? What?
Blue Beetle?
No, we don't have Blue Beetle yet. Is he in
Mm.
there?
I think so.
Okay. That's Grundy. He was playing as Solomon Grundy.
It's a good character.
Yep. And Swamp Thing. Sorry,
Yeah.
Swamp Thing. That's who I was thinking. of.
Also a good character.
Yep.
What else we have here?
Good game.
Is this on here or is this later on? No, we didn't put this on here either.
Rocket Arena,
I was gonna say that one, but there's another game that we're missing. But I'll go into Rocket Arena first.
the game that came out at $40 and
Then drop down to $5, $10, and then down to $5, and it's gonna be on EA Access tomorrow.
they fucked up that launch.
Yeah, they did, and it has a free play weekend that started today. So, and knowing that it's going to be on EA Access, I'm like, well, then I guess I might as well download it now, so I don't have to wait for it to be on EA Access tomorrow. And just,
That's just efficient.
yeah, exactly. And I played it before we did a show.
Even better.
I know.
How was your Rocket Arena?
It's all right. It's not as good as other games like it, and it's a very crowded arena. So.
I get it. I see what you did there.
Yeah. So I mean, it's 3-on-3. Yes, it's rockets. I guess. I mean, they're really just guns, but you can use them to like jump. Also, like you shoot down to the ground and
Yes,
it lifts
we're
you
aware
up.
of the rocket jump.
And you could use it to kind of climb walls too, but there aren't that many walls to climb. And when you're playing 3-on-3, I mean, and that's really what it is. It's 3-on-3. There's small spaces. And it's just a lot of people running around shooting guns.
Does it have dress up for you? Does it have dress up for you?
It has skins, but I mean, I haven't unlocked any yet. All the, there are a bunch of characters. I believe all the characters are going to be free. They all have different like special moves to make them different, and some of them have different standard rockets. But I it's not that it's bad. I just don't know if it's something I need to play.
All right.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people have that opinion, even those who haven't played it yet.
Did anyone play Grounded?
I downloaded it.
Not yet.
I played some Grounded.
How was it?
My Lord, man.
He's busy. This guy's busy. I played
busy
one
man
game.
over here.
I played Rocket Arena it took me an hour before the show. So that
good.
Really...
I'm glad. I mean,
no, I'm happy. I'm just, it's.
I played Grounded. It's another game where it's like Grounded's out. I'm going to play this. I hope it's fun. These are the things I get to do now that I have no commute. I'm up at 7:30. I'm not going, I might as well play a game for an hour. So I played Grounded, and there's like one mission that takes like 20 minutes. And once you do that, it even says like, we hope you enjoyed the mission in this game. Now go out and explore. And the game.
It's just a base building thing?
Well, that's just it. I don't think the game knows what it wants to be. They do say, build a base, and you can build a base, and there's a base building game. But then there's also, I feel like the game really wants you to explore more than just stay in one place and build a house. So, that's sort of where I think the balance is sort of a little off. That, and, it's still also at its core a very, a survival game where you have to watch your food and you have to watch your water and you can't get too tired. And if you die, you lose all your stuff, but your stuff is still sitting there somewhere. So you got to walk all the way back because you don't start off again right from where you left off. You start off from wherever you last built a tent. So you got to go from your tent all the way back and get your stuff. And you can only hold 30 things. And you're going to I filled up that space in about 45 minutes. And I'm like, well, what am I supposed to drop? And what do I build next? And what happens? I don't know.
I just want to ride ants. Can I ride ants?
I have no idea. I don't think so. You can kill ants.
Just to build a saddle, maybe.
I killed ants with an axe. Yeah, I built some clothing out of clover leaves. That was the thing I did.
The graphics look good from what I saw.
The game visually the game is stunning, I think.
Oh, okay, good.
I just wish it was more fun.
Right.
Other than just like, I guess I'm a little guy and I had to build myself a bench.
Was it hard for you to imagine yourself as a little guy?
It was. Because I'm such a large man.
What else we got? Oh, that's it for
for
fortnightly news.
Mhm.
I was gonna do this game article challenge, but I don't forget it.
Okay, that's
It's
fine.
too late. Let's move on. Let's move on
Mhm.
to Sony. Aha! I have a news article about Ghost of Tsushima, so I get to talk about it more. The director of Yakuza praised the game as being so Japanese that he was shocked that it was not made by Japanese people. This headline is very clickbaity from Kotaku.
I was gonna say, that's not what that headline says. I'm glad you cleared it up.
Yeah, the headline is super clickbaity. The headline says Yakuza director praises Ghost of Tsushima, says Japan should have made it, which makes it sound like he's saying, oh, Whitey shouldn't be making this. This should be a Japan game. But what he's saying is the game is so amazing in its Japan details that it really seems like it could have only been made by Japanese people. He's complimenting it like really highly. I don't know how that headline came. I mean, the headline came to be, so to get you to click on it. But anyway, and Mrs. Chibi feels the same way. She's like, she was shocked when I told her. She's like, this is so Japanese. Everything about the one thing that she pointed out that they fucked up, and she's been looking for fuck ups because that's what she does. She's been watching me play this game every night for 2 weeks. When you walk into the houses and you walk into tatami rooms, nobody takes their shoes off.
Oh, that is weird.
Yep. Even when you go into like a castle or something, like it's one thing like you walk into some house that's been like ransacked or whatever, and there's like dead bodies around. I guess you would.
Is that culturally acceptable to
Just keep your
wear
shoes
in
on?
that? Yeah, in that situation.
I feel like if the next step is the house is going to be torn down, I think you don't have to take your shoes off. That's the rule. Anyway, so Mrs. Chibi like that she was like ugh when she saw that. But other than that, she's like totally on board, and she agrees with this Yakuza director. Also in Sony, Cuphead is out for PS4.
Never played that game.
It's not for you.
You would not like that game.
You would like the first couple levels, I feel. That's like what I liked. And then
I know what it looks like. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but the beginning you can like someone like me and you can get through the first few levels. But then I feel like I watched what some of the later ones look like, and like
this game seems like it was designed for YouTube. I still stand by that.
I think it was just designed to be the kind of game it was.
Yeah, and unique looking.
Yeah,
And
but it
an
looks so
homage
good.
to that art style, that cartoon, those old.
And
Yeah,
they make a
it's-
lot of
it's a-
toys for it.
it's a Mega Man style.
They're making a
difficulty.
cartoon.
Sure, they should make a cartoon. It already looks like a cartoon.
I'm saying like it seems like they should make a version of this game that's designed for children.
The thematics of it are not meant for children at all.
I'm saying they should make another one. Cuphead for kids, I guess.
I think that's Mickey
demons.
Mouse. I think that Disney has.
Well,
that
they're
one
making the cartoon.
Steamboat Willie. Have you seen Steamboat Willie?
They're making a cartoon. They got a lot of toys. To me, seems like they should, like the confusion of the audience. That's all I'm saying.
Right. And
I'm glad. PS4 got Cuphead. Everybody should at least have the ability to play Cuphead if they so choose.
Right.
Wombat, don't play it.
Right.
I won't.
I think a couple levels wouldn't kill you. Let's move on to Nintendo. The big Nintendo news this week was actually like some sort of leak. Did you guys read about the massive Nintendo leak?
I did not.
I saw some on it. Yes.
It seemed to be. I mean, I looked at it and I was like, "Oh, Mario's ass is made of 20 triangles, and we thought it was made of 12." I clicked away like very quickly, but people were very excited about it. It's that's the type of stuff it was like. Oh, we thought like Link would animate this way, but it was really animated that way.
Well, it was that, and it was like early versions of Yoshi, like his character design before he became what he was. Different versions of stuff. The thing that people are conflicted on is that it very clearly looks like this was all stolen.
Oh, okay.
So there's conflicting opinions of like, okay, do we put this out there in the public? Is this okay that it's out there since it's just
right
stolen from their archives? Even though it's cool to look at,
Right. No, there's this question in the chat from Cham Pipple D, and he wants to know if we have a take on the morality of not just leaking, of reporting on the leaked data and exploring that the content from the breach.
It gets difficult there because at some point, I mean, it was all up on Reddit or whatever, right?
It's public
So
at that point.
at some point, the morality goes out the window because it's already there, and it's not reporting on it is more of a problem than just saying, "Hey, this happened."
Right. You have to report on it at that point. It's
Right.
public information, and nothing can stop it at that
Now,
point.
now the morality of like if it went directly from somebody who stole it to a reporter, then that's a different story. Like, yeah, you don't run that story.
How did they get the data? Has that been announced?
I read it. It was kind of uninteresting. I think somebody think that there was just some kind of leak. I think
Somebody left a USB drive at medieval times.
Right. I think that's how all these things get leaked.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't know. I personally wasn't too interested in that information.
I like looking at that stuff, but I would say it would feel a lot less icky looking at it if Nintendo had like published like a
book,
archives or something.
Coffee table book.
Yeah, a coffee table book. Which I am interested in that upcoming. It's an Iwata book, right? It's coming out.
Yeah.
Ask Iwata.
Uh-huh.
I am interested in reading that.
Cool.
That did not get leaked. They put that out on purpose.
That's a real product that they're
It's a
selling.
real product. You can pay Nintendo money for that.
Yep. Are you guys still playing Animal Crossing? Because there was an update that added dreams, fireworks, and other stuff.
I have not played it since then, but yes, Emmeline and Mrs. Shipwreck are still daily Animal Crossing players.
It's still a
Although
big deal at
Ooblets-
my house too. Yeah.
Ooblets
I
has
have
been
no idea.
cutting into that.
Really?
Yeah. Ooblets is a solid title. There's a lot more dance battles in Ooblets than there are in Animal Crossing.
Right.
Well, isn't that like the whole point of the game?
That's part of it. That's how you recruit new characters and level up your characters. But
Yeah.
there's a whole farming aspect and quests. Ooblets is a lot more like there's something to do. Like you're not creating your own game like you are in Animal Crossing.
So what's the better game, Ooblets or Farm Together?
Two very different cute farming games you've pitted against each other here.
That's your wheelhouse, though.
It is.
I mean, what's the Venn diagram of Farm Together fans and Ooblets fans? Is that just a circle?
Maybe yeah, right there. You got it right.
It's
now.
like almost
like
like
a-
a
just-
like a butt.
like an almost full eclipse, but you can just see something like peeking out behind it. I think Farm Together is a lot more long term than Ooblets would be. Like, Farm Together is an investment in your life, where Ooblets is a traditional video game that you play.
Nice. All right. A quick stop at Cheapy Stupid PC Corner. Have you guys checked out Microsoft's Flight Simulator?
Oh yeah, I checked it out on my Alienware 68 billion.
It's not out yet, Wombat.
It's water cooled.
It's not out yet. I meant, have you checked out?
It's
any
got foam on the
videos?
inside.
Foam?
Foam, you say?
Oh yeah, it's got that computer foam that everyone's talking about.
Foam.
It's got exhaust pipes
Pipe.
that
You
I
got
got
that
from
pipe.
an old Corvette. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a pretty rad system.
Yeah. That's cool. I want to see
Yeah.
that sometime.
I can play games in 12K.
It's a lot of Ks.
It's got all the Ks.
We play games in Special K here. I haven't been paying attention to my Flight Simulator, but I used to play it back in the day when it looked like, lines, basically. Lines in green. It's completely photorealistic now.
Sure.
It's ridiculous. And I was reading a preview of it on Polygon, and the guy said, the quote was, it's easily the most magical thing I've ever seen on a computer screen.
Now, have they added a mode where you can simulate just being a passenger, like in a passenger plane?
I'm sure it's coming because what they're doing is this is like a platform.
They make
Flight
a
Simulator?
train game like that. There's no reason why they wouldn't make a plane.
Is there a
plane
game where you can just like argue over people whether they lean back their seat or not? while you're in an airplane.
That's going to be an
that's
add-on
called
for
Twitter.
this. No, for real. Like, this is going to be you know how like Minecraft is a platform and you can buy like, you know, people make their own content for it and they sell it, and so you can have like whatever stupid Minecraft game people make, and they're going to be doing the same thing with this. Same exact
I think
thing.
that would be a great, just like a people watching simulator.
Yeah.
On a plane.
It's all online and connected and everything. It's going to be. I think it's going to be crazy. You can, you know, just click and go to any airport. You can land in front of Wombat's house.
There's an airport in front of Wombat's house?
You don't need an airport.
Oh, you just land right on his street.
Yeah. It's all they get all satellite data from maps and stuff. It says more than 2 petabytes of information from Bing and other partners. We create a realistic simulation of the entire planet Earth. It sounds crazy. I watched the video of it. It looks crazy. That's all. I'm excited. I don't know that my computer is up for that challenge, but looks pretty cool. I think you need some hotness to run that. All right, let's move on to the CAG bag. I've got some questions here from the chat, and it's not too late. If you have CAG bag questions, just put them in the chat, and I'll get them up on the screen. First one's for Shipwreck. He said, this is the GFB. He wants to know what the video game situation will be like at the cabin.
No consoles have been or intend to be hooked up at the cabin.
Ooh.
So switches are permitted.
Okay.
But we're trying not to just go up there and hook up a.
You don't want to do in the
console.
cabin what you could do at home.
Right. Like we have things where we can watch movies and stuff, but
No consoles. All right. You
Yeah,
don't
no-
want to do things that you do at home? I feel like you do want to do things like that.
No, how else can they, you know, if they're playing games on consoles, they have no time to hunt people in the woods.
Is that why they're there?
Yeah, they keep a guy under the house.
Okay.
And then when they get there, they push the button and the gate lifts open and the guy runs and they go and hunt.
Did they have to build that system, or would that come with
No,
the
it
house?
came, that's why they got that house. It was
Oh.
ready for it, for human hunting.
Human. It's human hunting ready. The
Mhm.
realtor said.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right. Well, that sounds
Yeah.
fun. Maybe I do want to be invited now. I mean, the no.
You want
consoles was
to
a
make
ton-
sure if you're invited, he doesn't say show up a week early.
Right, and just go underneath the house.
Mhm.
Meet me
Yeah.
underneath the house. That's a bad
That's
sign.
the.
we have a walkout, so it's perfect.
A who? You have a what?
A walkout basement.
I don't even know what that is.
It means that the house is built
just
in like a mountain,
Walk,
so
you can just walk out of the basement.
You can,
Oh.
Yeah, the basement is.
Got it.
Mhm.
I never heard that phrase "walkout" before.
You are not from the Midwest.
Nope. I thought that was from like the Australian outback or something.
That's a walkabout.
Oh.
Thank you. You beat me
I
to
knew,
it.
I knew I was close. All right. Next up, another ship question. This is from Modish Robot. He wants to know what beer you're drinking today.
Today I'm drinking another Cincinnati-based beer, Mad Tree Psychopathy. It's an IPA.
Psychopathy.
Yes,
That's a
It's
word.
got acid in it.
it's not a word.
Oh.
It's got acid.
It's the
in it.
name of a beer.
Oh. Okay.
It's a play on hops and psycho.
This beer. I'm not up on all these beer references, basketball references. Like, you really need to check in with you for all these things. Here's a question for me from Angro Rider. Didn't Cheapy let Ty watch Raiders of the Lost Ark? That movie is very scary. I warned Ty about the scary parts, and he was more scared just watching people get shot and stuff. I had to explain to him about that's the movie where we watched it and it was too intense. So we had to go back, stop the movie, and go watch the making of Raiders of the Lost Ark so I could explain that these are all actors and nobody's getting hurt. And they're all, just look how that Indy's having fun. He's got his hat off and
that
he's
last
laughing.
scene though, when they open it,
Yes, I
remember-
prepared him.
Yeah.
yeah,
For
that
that.
one was rough growing up. I mean, I know it's.
I used to close my eyes.
Oh yeah, well they tell you to. That's why they tell you to in the movie.
Right, they warn you.
Right, that's. Yeah,
It was,
that
yeah, but I prepared. If you prepare the kid for it, but you can't do that with Terminator 2 because the whole movie is filled with not just the violence, but it's doom violence, right? It's like the people getting murdered are like, that's clearly somebody's parents in the movie, or this guy, like the Skynet guy, like you got to watch that guy die like a pretty bad death, and it's like people you care about because you get to know them. It's different than just watching some dude's face melt. That's the bad guy. That's the big difference between like Terminator 2 and Raiders. It's doomy.
I remember just the like scene where he burns his hand too, though. That one freaked me out when I was a kid. Yeah, that was like I had nightmares about that. Where
really,
like,
that guy. Well, that was a good character actor. That was a good that guy was scary. That guy.
Yeah, well, no, it wasn't the guy that scared me. It was like, what in my life am I going to have that happen to me? When am I going to grab something and it's so hot that it sears into my hand?
That it's so hot that you can't let go of it?
Yeah, that's a legit concern.
That doesn't happen. The opposite
I know,
of that
but
happens.
I didn't know that when I was like 8 years old and watching that movie.
Right. Well, that's why I'm a great dad. I explain everything while it's happening. I would have explained that
you
would never happen
handed him
to you.
Something hot, right? So that you showed him that it wasn't going to stay there permanently. Here, hold this.
I just want to show him how you would immediately stop touching something that's very hot.
Right. Come over to the stove, son.
Right. Here's a question for Wombat. Wombat, pay attention. Mega Man 1421 asks, will Wombat be binging Umbrella Academy Season 2 tomorrow?
Interesting that you bring that up because there's been an argument in the house because my daughter plans on staying up until midnight because she wants to start binging it as soon as it comes out. And we've had to lay down the law and be like, we will shut the internet off in your room if that TV goes on at midnight.
God, we run a really tight ship here, Wombat.
Yeah, I didn't say she was going to. I'm saying she was threatening to.
I take, like, when Ty goes to bed, I take his laptop out of the room and I leave his phone because that's locked. You can't do anything with that shit. It's locked down. Take the laptop out of the room and I walk him around the block a few times before bedtime to make sure that he's really tired.
Every child is different.
Make sure he could go to the restroom.
Also, like a 12-year-old boy.
Yes.
Is a 12-year-old boy.
Yes. I get it.
A 12-year-old girl is 35.
That's a fair point. That's a very fair point.
If this was an Elliot conversation, completely different thing. Elliot, you're done. All right.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. I think that's it for the questions and the show.
Mm-hmm.
Let's remind everybody to go to liretro.com and get those tickets for Uplink next week. I'm not even sure, like, we may only do a show next week and put it on Uplink and make it just like an Uplink exclusive because it'll be weird if we have the video and I can't figure out how to record the audio. You know, the tribute video that Shanafan made. I have to think about that. I have to think about the logistics.
Give it a good thought.
Yeah, it's right. So I don't know. So it's $10. Just saying. You may want to cover your bases. Not have to worry about missing a show. What else do we have to plug? Oh, we have to remind everybody to go to feels.com/CAGcast and get 50% off your first order with free shipping. Follow us on Twitter, at Video Game Deals, GPD, Wombat, Shipwreck. New Wombat, sorry. And I think that's it. Let's raid. Okay, we're going to raid. Who are we going to raid? We're going to raid Frank Howley. I think he's really funny. I think you guys will appreciate his very funny channel. And I think that's it, Wombat.
All right. Wait.
You're supposed to say something.
I know my mouse wasn't in the right spot.
But
Fine.
why do you need the mouse to say something?
Fine. Bread's done.